set eyes on my husband since he married me 8 years ago. My husband married me, and after 2 months, he got a visa to travel to the United States of America. Since he traveled, we've been speaking on phone. For the first 5 years after my husband traveled, I was celibate, but I got tired. Everywhere down there was like a cobweb. I was tired of living a life of a single lady when I was fully married. Anytime I speak to my husband, I keep asking him when he was going to come back. But he kept reminding me of how illegal his travel was and how he had stayed past his visa duration, and now if he comes back, he won't be able to travel back. I got confused. This is not the life I planned for. I have not even put to bed for my husband. I'm not pregnant. All my mates that married 7 years ago have at least 3 children. But me, what do I have to show for it? He sends me money sometimes when he makes money. But other than that, there's nothing to point to the fact that I'm a married woman. I've heard different rumors on how my husband has dumped me, how I'm a useless woman, and that's why my husband refused to come back. And all these things get to me. But what do? I decided to stay faithful to my husband. After the first 5 years, I got tired and I decided to speak to my family. I told them that I was tired of the marriage, and I told them that I needed to move on with my life since it's not looking like my husband was going to come back anytime soon. But they told me to persevere, that after the end of the tunnel comes a shining light. But what I am seeing, there wasn't any shining light. After that conversation with my family, I decided to wait a little longer. I decided to give it one more chance. I spoke to my husband and told him that I'm running out of patience, but he kept begging me to wait. During the 6th year of our marriage, my husband told me he has found a white woman to marry. He told me he was marrying her for just papers, and that I should just know that I cannot be speaking to him anytime I want. He'll be the one initiating communication with me. It sounded very strange, but what can I do? I decided to persevere still. I saw pictures of my husband and this woman on Facebook. Every single time my husband posts this woman on Facebook, they are either going for shopping or they went to the beach together. You can see love between them. But he keeps reassuring me that it is just for the papers. It didn't take long. I saw that they were expecting a child. I confronted him and he told me he needed to do what he needed to do to make sure that at the end of the day he'd get his papers and he'll come back for me. At this point, I began to run out of patience, but my family told me I had waited so long. Why do I want to spoil it now that my husband has finally gotten a way out of his problems? I decided to persevere. My husband and this lady had a baby boy. I saw the news on Facebook. On his WhatsApp status, he keeps posting this child. My husband has never posted me any day on social media. In fact, he deleted all the pictures of the both of us on his Facebook page when he met this lady. I am just like a nobody. My friends have been telling me to stop wearing my wedding ring because I have still been wearing my wedding ring even after everything that has been happening. I still believe that he's going to come back for me one day. Last year, my husband told me he has put in the works for his papers and that hopefully he'll be back soon. But he didn't come back throughout last year. I waited and waited. Nothing changed. This year, I started talking to a man I met on Instagram. We've been chatting for a long time. For the first time, I felt alive again. I felt so happy to be wooed, for somebody to tell me that they love me. My feelings for this new guy I was chatting with grew so much. I loved how healthy our conversation was. I never planned to fall in love with him so quickly, but I discovered that I was falling head over heels for him and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Eventually, I noticed that my feelings for my husband had died. There was nothing left for me to give to him anymore. The new guy started talking about meeting me and seeing me. I knew that there was a lie between us, and I was scared to tell him that I was married because I knew that he wouldn't like the fact that he has been talking to a married woman. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. Then came August this year. My husband started talking about coming back. He said finally he's able to travel back and go back freely, that he has at least crossed a milestone there. I was surprised because all along I've been waiting for him, and the point I decided to move on, he decided to come back. Meanwhile, the new guy I was talking to was impatient. He started talking about me not being serious with him. I eventually came out and told him that I was married, and I told him the situation surrounding my marriage. He empathized with me and told me that I should have told him all along. He told me that that wasn't a marriage and that I should move on, that my husband didn't love me, that if he did, even if he had to do what to do to survive abroad, he wouldn't have impregnated a new lady. He told me that he's ready to marry me and he's ready to give me the life I deserved. I have suffered in the hands of my husband and it was time for me to wake up. Those were the words I've been waiting for someone to tell me all along, but no one ever did. And this new guy was telling me everything I needed to hear. He told me how serious he was, and it didn't take long. He flew down to meet me in the state I was in. When he came to see me, we made out, and I felt alive again. I hadn't been with a man for the past 8 years, and I couldn't believe it that I could stay that long without being with a man. He satisfied me in all the areas I've been lacking, and I was so happy. He left, and nothing changed. In fact, he loved me even more. Finally, my husband came back to Nigeria and started talking about what we would do to move on. When he came, I was excited to see him, but the truth is that whatever feelings I had for him had died, and I didn't know how to take it. In fact, when he kissed me, he noticed how cold I was. He begged me for my forgiveness and told me he did everything he did for us. I could understand his point of view, but how about my point of view? My family were so happy. They told me that finally, you see what I've been telling you, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and now my prince is back for me. While my husband was around, my communication with my Instagram guy slowed down. I couldn't respond to his calls, I couldn't respond to his chats. He was worried and he told me he didn't believe that I could treat him this way. This guy was literally heartbroken and he sent me so many texts. My husband stumbled upon the text and couldn't believe it. He called me all sorts of unprintable names and told me I couldn't keep myself for him. How many years has he been gone? That a lot of people have stayed 10 years, 12 years, 15 years without seeing their partners, and it was just less than 10 years and I'd already started cheating on him. I told him I hadn't been with any man since he left, and he told me I was lying. He was so furious and called my parents. My parents called me and were shouting at me. I had to beg my husband several times before he forgave me. He told me he would be going back and that it would take at least 1 year for him to process his divorce with the white lady, and afterwards he will start filing my papers, meaning that it will take me another 2 years plus to be with my husband. I didn't know what to do. After my husband left, I spoke to the Instagram guy and I explained everything that has been happening. He told me the ball was in my court, and if I decided to go on with my husband, he would have no choice than to leave. But if I know that I deserve something better, something much better than my husband, then I will choose him over my husband. I don't know what to do right now. I am caught in the middle of this whole thing. My parents are insisting that I stay with my husband, that I have come too far to let everything go. My friends are saying I should move on with the Instagram guy. My parents are saying I will have a better life abroad and that I should just persevere and be with my husband. That is what every responsible young lady would do. I don't know what to do. Please advise me. I'll be in the comment section reading your thoughts.